What is going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a great week. So on today's video, I am going to be talking about bourbon. Haven't gotten to do this for a while. Had a couple of factors, and there's a few factors to talk. I'll touch on here in regards to that. I was just trying to work through a few different beard product reviews, and as those were coming in and that was happening, my wife and I find out that we are pregnant and expecting our second son. And as a result of that, she's obviously not going to be drinking, and out of solidarity, I didn't drink either. I did have a few passes when family was around. Otherwise, no, I just wasn't drinking. So now I have the opportunity. My other son's born. Had a healthy little baby boy. His name's Wyatt, and I'm going to be talking about this bourbon because it has to do with how I've celebrated my kids. The bourbon I'm talking about on this video is Garrison Brothers Bourbon, and I've talked about them in a video before, but this time I'm actually going to do a tasting here. So we'll start with this one, and this is one I touched on before. This one is just their standard Garrison Brothers. It's their Texas Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This bottle was the first truly expensive bottle that I ever bought. It definitely was above 30. I believe it was around $80, and I bought this one from Texas. It was from a liquor store in Texas called Specs. Pretty cool place. If you're in Texas, if you have those around, they're really cool. If you ever visit Texas, look for one. They're pretty cool stores. But yeah, I found this one in Texas, and it was my first expensive bottle. And when I bought it, my wife said, save it for something special. And so not too soon after that, we found out we were expecting our first son, Henry, and I did. I saved it for him, and it was a very good bourbon. So has a nice deep smoky flavor. Moving on to the one that we're going to be talking about in this video here. This is the single barrel. Now, I was in New Jersey when I found this one of all places. It was at it was called Bourbon Street Wine and Spirits. In fact, this was a selection just for them, for that store. Again, very cool store. If you're ever up in New Jersey, out on the East Coast, I don't know how far they go out there, but very cool store. Really enjoy shopping there. And I found this one there. It's actually got a slightly, I want to say this one was probably just maybe $20 more than that one, so just a little over $100 if I remember correctly. And it's their single barrel. They didn't have the standard. I would have bought the standard again, but I just had to take a chance of getting Garrison Brothers again, so I did. Really cool thing I like about Garrison Brothers is that they break down. This is on the side of the bottle here. You can kind of see, all right, right here. What that lists is everything from the corn variety they used, the farms it came from, when it was barreled and bottled, or when it was barreled anyways, and distilled. So this was distilled and barreled in 2012. And then it even gives a barrel number and a bottle number. So this is bottle number 10 of the barrel, and only 54 bottles came out of that barrel. So very cool breakdown. A difference between their single barrel and their standard is they actually age this for one more year in the barrel than they do the standard. So this one's aged for 3 years, and this one is aged for 2 years. So, and that does make a difference, guys. It really, for me, it really just deepens that flavor. And that's how distillers and bourbon makers kind of enhance and manipulate the flavorings of their offerings. So I got my Glencairn glass. I'm going to pour myself a drink. As you can see, I've been celebrating with some friends and whatnot. I don't have much left in here. But this is my YouTube drink with everybody. Finally say, hey, welcome to my son Wyatt, and we'll just do a little tasting here. Alright, so here it is. You can see it's got a really nice rich color. I do like that. And let's give it a little smell. So real sweet and oaky with just a little touch of smoke in there. Really a lot of sweet and a lot of oak. Yeah, definitely a good mixture of sweet and oak. And it's got a really deep, and I just haven't had this one for so long, it's hard for me to really give you guys a comparison. I just remember this one had that really good element of heat, that characteristic of heat that some bourbons really do have. This one got a little more smoke that time. It's been able to breathe a little bit. Very, like I said, you can tell, nice quality here. Really rich color. So let's give it a little taste. That oak lets it start out real smooth, and then you get that heat, and it's right here now. Really good. Very smooth, almost buttery, and then it hits you with some fire. Really nice drink, guys. Really, very enjoyable. I know, I mean, that's why I said Garrison Brothers is probably one of my favorite bourbons. And it's probably, it's a good, guys, this stuff tastes great. Everybody I gave it to who appreciates bourbon, they freaking loved it. They said it was awesome. A little biased though, because I do use it to celebrate my kids. I am so blessed as a father and as a husband to have the family I do. And I just couldn't be happier. And so, guys, like I said, this is to celebrate. Just, you know, whatever you got. All right, cheers. And that being said, guys, I would encourage you guys, if you are expecting or something, or bet something you're going to do in the future, go find a bottle of something nice and keep it. Because guess what? I've got mementos for each of my boys now. And it's as a dad, this is so cool to have. This is for my oldest son, Henry. And then this one is for my second son, Wyatt. And another thing you can do, guys, with these bottles, you can go to Things Remembered, and you can get them engraved, okay? There's plenty of space on this bottle. You can probably get it engraved. They should be able to do most bottles. I know they've done some wine bottles for me and my wife in the past for some friends. I've done some whiskey bottles for some friends of mine for their bachelor parties. But nonetheless, guys, great little tradition. I love it. Just wanted to share that with you. It's just something fun, and as a whiskey lover, I love doing this. But yeah, definitely give Garrison Brothers a shot. If you ever see a bottle, grab one. You won't be disappointed. And cheers.